Hi guys, this is Suzanne HB, Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram, and this tutorial will be on my Swirlies bracelet. I know this is one that some of you have been waiting for. It's quite a simple design. It's deceptively difficult, I guess. And once you see how it's done, you'll be surprised. So anyway, this is some of the colour combinations you can do. Pardon me. This is the basic single colour, which is what I'll be demonstrating, and then we can do this one is done by doing every middle band. I know what that'll mean when we go through it. So when I say middle, you do the middle band. This one's got an alternating colour on every middle band, and this one was done with the rainbow colours, and it basically just starting on the middle band, it went 4 bands the same colour, and that gave you that interesting kind of effect. So I did that one as a rainbow with 4 bands of each colour. You can play around with this and do whatever you like. You could do 3 bands and that would make like this section one colour, this section another colour, this section another colour. So you can kind of swap over. So without wasting any time, I will start with how we do it. I'm going to show you the turnaround way of doing it, and I'm going to show you my way of doing it just in case you like that. So it doesn't take very many bands. There's lots of air in this design. So anyway, let's give it a go. The start is pretty straightforward. You just do a cap band, and you can either do it as a band through and then hooking a band on, or we'll do my leaf stitch. So hook a band onto here, go over, pick up that band that's on your hook, just so that you've got a full looped, a single loop and a full band. That's what I call my leaf stitch, because it looks like a leaf and stem. And you pull that through, and that saves you from having to go back and put a loop on the right hand side of your band. It's already there. Okay, so the next step is to put a band on this middle one here. So you've got 3 loops on at the moment, just to start with. So we're going to, you can do this by just putting the band, this is Jace's method, Jace Alvarez. You grab the band you're going to put on and the band to the left, hook that through or lift that one over depending on your style, and then loop those 2 back on in order. Alright, now we have the base of the design. Okay, so what I mean by the base of the design is from here on in you will have 4 loops on the hook at all times. You'll be replacing 2 loops at a time with the 2 loops of the band you're pulling through. So you'll always have 4 loops on here. Sorry about that, springing up. So that's what you'll have to start with. Now, when you have a look at this, I'll give you a tip. The next, when you've got the loop in the middle here, so the last loop you've put on is in the middle, you look and see which side has the longest space down to the loop. And I'm hoping you can see that this one's quite short compared to this one. This loop's down underneath it, so it's the longest loop that gets the next band. So in that case, we're going to loop onto these 2 left hand side. Remember I said we're going to replace 2 loops with the 2 loops that are coming on the band. So once you've done the left hand side, you then move to the middle 2 loops. And you put a band on the middle 2 loops. Now you can do that by, again, taking off this left hand side while holding onto the band you're going to slide on, and sliding it through and rehooking it. Okay, now we've got a loop in the middle, so you look and you see which one has the longest loop. Well, it's going to be the one on the opposite side, on the right hand side. Now, this is the difference between my way of looping and probably the rest of the known world's way of looping. No, just kidding. And the easier way of looping, I would actually, I'll show you what I would do. I would actually get a band and slide it all the way under the loops, pinch these left two. Now I only want it to catch those right hand two loops. So we'll go over the top of those and catch the one coming through. Because when I invented this one, my looping was middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, because I was holding it all in the one direction. Okay, so we've done middle, we went left, and then we went middle, and then we've gone right, so we would go middle again. So I'll show you this way. Oops, it's come off by itself, but you take that off with the band you're going to pull through and go through those two middle bands. If you can't remember that you've just done right middle, so you go to the left, have a look at the loops, and that left hand loop is longer, so it gets the next band. So the next band gets looped through the left. Okay, so that's the way that I would do it, looping all the way through to the right. Middle, left, middle, right. Sorry, middle, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right. That's the way I go all the way up the hook, and I don't turn it around at all. Okay, so if you want to do it a turning way and you don't mind turning, or you've got a double-ended hook, then the way you would do it is once you've done the left, you would take the left-hand band off, same as usual, and you would put it through the two middle ones, because we need a middle. And then you would turn it or slide it down to the other end. Now the pattern then, if you're going to turn it or slide it down to the other end, will be left, middle, left, middle, left, middle, left, middle. So we've just done left and middle, so we'll turn it. And now we need to do left, middle again, because you can see when we turned it, the left became the one with the longer loop on it. So we'll go left through two loops, and then the middle again through those middle two loops, removing that left hand side. Oh, and destroying it. Let's see if I can hook it back together. Here we go. So I've done that left hand side. See, it's my own design and I can destroy it. Okay, so that's the left hand side, and we've just taken this one off, put the band next to it, taken it off, grabbed a hold of it, not letting it go this time, hooking those two over the top and rehooking those. And we've done the middle one, so we're going to turn or slide it down the other end of your hook. So then we'll go middle through those two, sorry, we'll do left through those two left ones, and then middle. Grab a hold of that, take it off, slide it under one, two middle bands. And you'll see that pattern is starting to form. You've done the middle, so you're going to turn it. So doing it this way, you do left, middle, turn, left, middle, turn, left, middle, turn, left, middle, turn. But this way kind of tricks me up. Through the left two, through the middle two, and then we turn. Oops, run out of blue bands. Let's try a white band. So we go through the left 2, then we go pull through the middle 2, or you can lift those ones over, whichever way you like to do it. Usually help them along somewhat. And put those ones back on that you're holding. You've done the middle one, so we're going to do a turn. So we'll do the left 2, and then we'll do the middle 2. This is a colour pattern that I haven't done before, starting on the left. So if you do a colour pattern like that, you'll end up with a more even sort of, I don't know, section that looks like a little puffy cloud section running down. So instead of having these side bits extend into the other one, you'll end up with these little puffy ones if you start with your left. Okay, so we've done the middle, so we're going to turn. So you do that all the way to the end of the bracelet, and then when you get to the end of the bracelet, normally I would you can just hook a band through all of those, or you could, say you're on this left side, that looks a little bit awkward to me, so I would tend to, if I could, finish with the last band going through the middle so it looks a bit more even. Like that. So where we're up to with the last band having been hooked onto the middle, that's probably where I would hook the band through, C-clip it there, and C-clip it there. And that's how I would finish it off. Alright, I hope I didn't confuse you with that first bit, doing it the way that I did it, but if you do left, middle, turn, so you're going through the left 2, and then the middle 2, then turning it around, going to the left 2 bands, middle 2 bands, you should be fine. I'd love to see your renditions, so please tag me on your photos and in your comments. You can hashtag crazy just might work. I've started to try and make a habit of looking for the hashtag crazy just might work. And if you like this video, please put a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have more tutorials coming out, and also when you check out my Instagram page, give me a follow if you like my account. Hope this has helped. If you're not sure, please rewind, and otherwise I will catch you later. Bye guys.